In example 2, we're going to take a look at the power and quotient rules. If we take a look at letter A to simplify, the very first thing we're going to simplify is just our number bases. We have a 4 on the top and an 8 on the bottom. That fraction 4 over 8 can be reduced to 1/2. So to keep our numbers smaller, we're going to simplify those first, leaving everything else the same. So we have 1/2. So if we take a look, 4 over 8 is the same thing as 1 over 2. And everything else is going to stay the same. So on the top, we still have our a to the third, our b to the fourth, and on the bottom, we still have our b to the second, and all of this is still being raised to the 4th power. Now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and get rid of the parentheses by multiplying this exponent to all the exponents on the inside. We have to remember that this 2 also has a 1 there, and same thing with that 1. And so if we multiply it through, we have 1 to the 4th, a to the 12th, and b to the 16th, and that was taken by taking 4 times 4, 4 times 3, and 4 times 1. In the denominator, we have 2 to the 4th times b to the 8th, and that was because we took the 4, multiplied it by the 2, and the 1. Then what we want to take a look at with our numbers in our variables, let's start with our numbers. 1 to the 4th is just 1, and since we still have some other stuff up here, we don't need that 1 right now. On the bottom, we have 2 to the 4th, and 2 to the 4th is 16. Our a to the 12th on the top, there's no other a anywhere in the problem to simplify it with. So since it's our only one, it's going to stay there. Then if we take a look at our b, we have a b to the 16 on the top and a b to the 8th on the bottom. Since they're in different levels, one on the top, one on the bottom, numerator versus denominator, we need to go ahead and figure out which exponent is bigger. Since 16 is bigger than 8, our b's are going to end up on the top. And to figure out what that exponent is, we're going to subtract 16 minus 8, which would leave us with a b to the 8th. And there's our final answer. Next, let's take a look at letter B. First thing we want to check for is, do we have any numbers that we can simplify on the inside? And we don't. So then we want to get rid of our parentheses. We're going to take this 5 out here, and we're going to multiply it to all the exponents on the inside. So on the top, we would have a to the 15th, b to the 10th, and c to the negative 20th. In the denominator, we have a to the negative 25, b to the negative 10. Now, since we're dealing with negative exponents here, our next step is to get them all positive. So we're going to go one by one. A to the 15th, since 15 is positive, that's going to stay on the top. B to the 10th, since this exponent is positive, it will also stay on the top. C to the negative 20th, since this exponent is negative, this whole thing gets moved to the bottom, making it a positive exponent. Moving to the bottom, a to the negative 25, since this is a negative exponent, this whole thing has to move up to the top, so we get a to the 25th up here. And b to the negative 10, again, this is a negative exponent, so this whole thing gets moved up to the top, so b to the 10th is up here. Now we can look to simplify any bases that are the same. I have an a to the 15th and an a to the 25th. They are in the same level. So since they are on the same level, we are multiplying these two together, meaning we're adding those exponents. So we get a to the 40th. Taking a look at our b's, we have a b to the 10th and a b to the 10th here. Again, on the same level, meaning we're multiplying b to the 10th by b to the 10th. Multiplying with the same base, we add the exponents, which would give us b to the 20th. Looking at my denominator, all we have is 1c, nothing to combine it with, so that c to the 20th will stay in the denominator. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, go ahead and move down to the try this. So you can pause it now, unpause it when you're ready to check your answers. If you did number 1 correctly, you should have gotten 27 over 64 n to the 30th times m to the 3rd. And remember, your variables can go in either order. It doesn't matter which one's first. And then in number 2, you should have gotten x to the 20th times y to the 16th over 16. If you have questions on either one of these, please let me know.